Hey drivers, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. This is another wreck by a freaking Indian, a durka, what have you, from India that won't stop, can't stop. Highway 167, Auburn, Washington, can't stop, runs over and fatally wrecks into a four-wheeler. And yeah, as of today, this was from earlier in the morning. Per KOMO in Washington, one person is deceased on this, and one truck driver is in custody for vehicular homicide. This driver was going and didn't stop and ran into this car, as you just saw a while ago. This is the name Kamal Preet Singh. All right, does that sound familiar? Obviously it does. And listen, we'll cover more of these things, but here's the deal. This is so repetitive, it's unbelievable, right? But if it comes so repetitive and I don't cover them, and I haven't been covering them all, okay, then it'll go like before. Oh, which is something we just become numb to. We're not getting numb to this. These people have been, and I'm talking about these Sikhs, these Pajeets, whatever you will call it, Punjabis, whatever you will call them, are getting up and getting on California news media, and they're crying like a bunch of crybabies. Take a listen.
Well, California is revoking roughly 17,000 commercial driver's licenses due to a federal mandate affecting thousands of truck drivers in Bakersfield.
Eyewitness News reporter Steve Virgin spoke with local foreign-born drivers who say it's unfair. Steve?
The U.S. Department of Transportation says the CDLs no longer meet federal standards and will expire within 60 days. But the immigrant drivers I spoke to say the California DMV is mistaken and not adhering to their work permits.
Gurman Singh from India is in his 11th year as a truck driver, with much of his business based in Bakersfield. Last month, the father of two received notice that his license will be revoked in 60 days because of failure to meet federal standards. He is seeking litigation and help from civil groups. He describes the situation as a nightmare. He spoke to Eyewitness News while working in New Mexico.
My life, my livelihood, everything depends on CDL. How I can feed my family if I lost my CDL?
This guy is reading something. I mean, did you hear how he said, it depends on CDL. First of all, it's called my CDL or the CDL or a CDL, but not just CDL. I mean, these are the people that can't speak English. Let's replay this. You tell me that this dude ain't trying to read a script.
My life, my livelihood, everything depends on CDL. How I can feed my family if I lost my CDL?
Dave Lott, president of the Bakersfield Trucking Association, says he has received several calls similar to Singh, experienced drivers with clean records who could soon be out of work because of what they call unfair standards. Lott estimates at least 5,000 drivers in the Bakersfield area have received CDL cancellation notices. The restrictions stem from deadly truck crashes involving foreign-born drivers, but the immigrant drivers feel singled out.
Skin color cannot tell you how safe you are or unsafe you are. So immigrant, same thing. Some people, they living here 25 years. They came here when they are 2 years old. They have a DACA. So they've been driving 25 years. I know a lot of guys just like that, how they are unsafe overnight.
A.V. Nagra, the CEO of Roadies Inc. Trunking Company in Bakersfield, is also feeling the impact. He said 20% of his fleet needed to be replaced after 60 drivers left the company within the past 2 months.
This was an error that was made by DMV. Right, but who is paying the price? Not the DMV. DMV just issued the cancellation. Those individuals are paying the price for it.
Bakersfield Vice Mayor Manpreet Kaur knows the demands of trucking. Her father worked as a truck driver. She says revoking CDLs will cause an immeasurable impact on several industries.
I feel that it was my job to advocate for this, and I worry about our economy. This is not just a truck driving community issue. This is not just a Punjabi community issue. This is a dire economic issue for our region, our state, and our country.
Listen, you need to shut up, woman. You stands what I'm talking about. These women come out here and just sit there and talk about this, Listen, not only are you people running over people and ending lives, you're taking Americans' jobs. That's what you're doing. Okay? And you're worried about, oh, poor us sings, us whatever Pajit name we got. Okay? Well, why aren't you worried about all the Americans that you guys displaced? Why aren't you worried about that? How come we used to have a respected trucking industry, and now it's turned into a third world country? Go to any truck stop, and that's what you got. Watch this right here.
Came up on this guy making a U-turn on the 78. And he's gonna bury it right now. I need to tell him, not a good idea. No, he's gonna get stuck as fuck. Hold on. So, straighten your wheel. Turn it that way. Turn it that way. He's fucked. He's fucked. So this is where a truck driver that was caught in traffic came up, and I'm not a truck driver, but I do know that there's a switch on the dash that if you switch it, it activates both drive axles, as opposed to those guys that didn't know that and they were only spinning the rear. Okay, we're back down the road. They're not stuck anymore. But you know what? So I tried to talk some sense into those guys, and there was two of them. They were running doubles. Neither one of them spoke English, and I'm not being that guy, but they had no idea what was going on. Big mess. Thank you to a local who stopped and helped them out.
My life, my livelihood, everything depends on CDL. How I can feed my family if I lost my CDL?
You go get you another job. That's what I say. Get out of the stinking truck. That's what listen, his stupid broken English. And I know that previous clip you're going to sit there and say, well, those aren't Sikhs, those are Somalians. Click, 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 click. I mean, I get it. They're all foreigners to me. Every single last one of them. It don't matter if you're brown, black, white. If you're a foreigner, if you're not American, you're a foreigner. And I'm so glad that our country, our government, our federal government is calling them by their names. Foreigners driving trucks, not the politically correct term, non-domicile CDLs. They're foreigners. Okay? This is what these people, if you don't like it, go back to move to India. Go back to move to your third world country. If you're so great, if everything depends on you, Mr. Foreigner, to come to this country, if everything depends on you and you think you're the backbone, then why don't you go be the backbone of your country that you came from? Why? Because you people are dumb. You people are stupid. That's what it is. Okay? It takes our American core values is the reason why you came over here. Okay, and then you go and sit there and just suck off our teeth, and we're done with it. We are totally done, and I'm really done with this woman right here. She needs to know her place and shut the heck up. Bonehead Truckers, we gone.